My clam is gone. Where did it go? Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video by Reef. So in today's video, I'll be showing you around my tank and all my coral in a more vlog style. But before I do that, there's been some rearrangement in my tank and my clam is gone. No, my clam did not die. I just decided to move it to my other tank because my blenny was disturbing it too much. So I decided that it deserved better and I moved it. Since I've moved it, it's actually been open almost the entire day when the lights are on, so it's been doing good. I guess this is a lesson for myself. I think I will never ever add an algae blenny to a tank with a clam that is below maybe 50 gallons. Maybe if the clam was larger or if I had a much bigger tank, it would be less of an issue. But the clam being so small, I made the mistake of getting the algae blenny, so that will not happen again. Okay, so on to the tank. Before that, it would be super helpful if you could smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. It will go a long way to help my channel. So on to the tank. When I set up this tank, I was very ambitious and I wanted 4 different areas in this tank. And still, I am having 4 different areas in this tank. It is nowhere near what I wanted, but I'm pretty pleased with the progress so far. So the first area that I wanted was a euphyllia area. I wanted like torches, hammers, frog spawns all in one area. And that's what I did. So as you can see, I decided to let the left side of the rock to be more of a euphyllia area. I've decided to have different forms of euphyllia, from the indigo torch to the holy grail to the black base yellow tip torch. And on the lower parts of the rock, I also placed some hammers and also an imposter torch. Actually, it's just a purple tip octospawn. I guess for this area, one of the biggest issues that I've been facing is with placement of my corals. As you can see, the torches on the top, their polyps are not very extended, or rather they're not as extended as I would like, and the colors are much more translucent. And the reason why this is so is because when torches get too much light, usually they don't extend too much, as you can see in the tank. So my suspicion is that as the torches are much higher up in the rockscape, because I don't have any place else to place that, they are kind of bleaching a little bit and their polyps are less extended. So this is a large struggle of having a mixed reef tank when you have different kinds of corals and have different kinds of requirements in terms of lighting, flow. So with that being said, I've decided to lower my lighting by just a little and I will observe the corals over time. So you might be thinking, why on earth would I have such high lighting at such a high intensity? And the reason for that is because of the area right here. So in this area, I'm planning to have some SPS and some very easy beginner SPS rather. So I really currently have a forest fire DG and a radioactive greens bird nest. They are kind of like a test coral just to make sure that my tank is ready for SPS. In my past few tanks, I haven't had much issues with the forest fire DG or the green bird's nest. Rather, it's kind of like spread like weeds. So I thought this would be a good starting point, and if they work, I'll add in like a few multiporas or a millipora. I'm undecided. I will just see how things go and what catches my eye. Right below this area is where I have placed corals that I like just because of their color. I do not really have a plan for this area, but more of just lower light corals that can survive with a little bit of shading as the tank matures. So as you can see, I have a couple of scollies and mace corals, and then on the sand I have a trachea and a couple of gonies in this area as well. I plan to get a few more corals that encrust the rock, and that's because I'm slowly running out of space to place corals. So if I get those that do not encrust, what will happen is that they will start to shade my other corals, which will eventually become a larger issue. The final area is my zoa garden that I'm slowly growing. I selected most of the zoas that I personally love, which include like the LA Lakers, the Rastas, the Bark Kissers. These are things that I generally like. So I don't see myself adding more zoas to this rock. It's kind of filled up. I'll just let them grow and feed them and wait it out. I think part of the lure of this hobby for me is also to see things grow. and to see things multiply. And I think for zoas, it's kind of the easiest way to quantify that, because you can see new heads growing, you can see the size of the colony get much larger, and that is something that I can't wait to see. So I don't think I'll be adding more zoas. I'll just let the thing grow out until the whole rock work here is fully filled with zoas. So overall, the corals are all coming in nicely and they're growing rather quickly. I think that's largely because of my feeding methods. So I don't think that I'll be adding much corals into this tank. Okay, maybe just a couple of SPS to fill up the top rockscape. But other than that, I don't think I'll be adding any more corals. I'll just let everything grow out and let the tank mature. So with that, I think I'll end my video right here. Do consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. With that, stay safe, love your tank. Till next time, see you guys.